Hello and welcome to another one of my wildlife videos. Well, today I thought I would show you some of the bits in my garden that you might not have noticed. Now, you might have seen that I do like to grow flowers such as this beautiful wisteria up here and this clematis behind me, which are garden flowers. And they're also good for wildlife. Lots of bees like to go on that. However, I do like to mix in some wildflowers as well, which I'm going to show you now. So over here by my pond I've got a really nice flower, looks like a big buttercup, and that's called a Marsh Marigold. And down here I've got a little plant called Thrift, which normally grows on the seaside. Now down here on my main border, which has not really got going yet, but it still has a beautiful little flower, which is called Lily of the Valley. Really nice flowers. And over here, because it's in the shady part, there's still a few lesser celandines in there. Now they're a flower that normally come out early. Because they're in the shade, there's still a few got flowers. And down this end of the garden is one of my favourite little flowers, which is called Greater Stitchwort. Now this part of the garden is also the hidden little part that's also really good for wildlife. I want to show you a couple of things down here. Now this is my log pile, so instead of throwing branches away that I chop off the trees, I put them in here to rot down, and there's all sorts of creatures in there. And even this part of the garden can be good for wildlife, which is my compost heap. So all the sort of kitchen waste and grass cuttings go in the top of there, and then it rots down, and underneath here, if we open it up, you can find all sorts of things in here. And you can see all that rotting leaves, and there's loads of worms in there. Wood lice. A little poke about, see what's in there. Well, that's great stuff. Worms in there. And here is a really fantastic looking slug. I don't know anything about slugs, but it really does look a great one. A much misunderstood creature, the slug. It's quite beautiful. Well, that's pretty good in there. So just close that now. I'm going to put the lid back on. Keep everything nice and safe. So I think we just need to look over here now. So here is where I keep my green waste bin. And even this can be good for wildlife. So I'll just lift this up and have a look what's underneath. Oh yeah, I can see a caterpillar there. Looks like it's been hibernating. Oh, and there's a harvestman spider. And there, I think, looks like a banded snail. And over here looks like a garden snail. There he goes. All hidden away in his shell. Now, snails are well known, aren't they, for moving really slowly. And you might wonder, maybe, would they move a bit faster if they didn't have the shell on their back? Well, actually no, because they'd actually move slower. Because if they didn't have the shell, then they'd be a bit sluggish. Sluggish, right? Oh, never mind, I know pleasing some people. Well, I think that's been quite interesting to see those things. And it just shows you, having a messy little corner of your garden like this can actually be really good for wildlife. Maybe you've got a place like this in your gardens.